Hi, this is Jody Olette back again, and today I am actually working on putting together hopefully the majority of the training videos associated with success barriers. Hopefully you just watched the first video. I've done a 6-part series talking about success barriers in generating success, and really it can be applied not only to your business but to really any goal that you have set in your life, within your personal life and your business life. And so today, what I want to talk to you about is really the number one success barrier, the number one reason why more people fail at anything they do. Okay, that reason is excuses, and I want to talk to you about really excuses and justification, because like I said before in a previous video, and in case you didn't watch that, a lot of times people will think that it is certain things that they are lacking that are creating the obstacles and the barriers for them to succeed in their business. For instance, maybe I don't have enough cash. I just don't know how to do it. I don't have the skills developed. I don't have that know-how. I don't have that personality. Whatever the case may be, people view these as their success barriers and their challenges. And the truth is, those are not barriers at all. I want you to view them simply as minor individual challenges that are there specifically for you to be able to overcome. Okay, it's not the real barrier. The real barrier is the excuses that we can make. See, because lack of cash is merely an excuse. It's not a barrier, right? We can use it as an excuse for not doing something within our business. Well, I can't advertise because I don't have the money. Okay, so boom, right there, we lock into place in our business that we can't do any marketing, we can't do any advertising, so what are we going to do? We have no way to get the word out there, right? That is an excuse, okay? I don't have the right skills, so I'm kind of beating a dead horse here. I don't know what to do, I don't know how to do it, so I might as well just give up, right? Not a success barrier, excuse, okay? Basically what an excuse is a reason for you not to do something, a reason why you didn't do something, okay? The thing with excuses is, and this is really a tricky success barrier because it can be one of the most acceptable success barriers that we really have in our success barrier toolbox, okay? Because here's what happens. You make one excuse. Let's say you're working your business and something comes up on this particular day. Let's say family members come over to visit you, and well, they're family. You know what? I just can't tell them to go away. I can't tell them that I'm busy. I can't tell them that I'm really trying to run my business here. Instead, I'm going to go out and I'm going to socialize with my family, and before I know it, the hours have passed. I didn't make a single phone call. I didn't do a single thing for my business, okay? So what happens is the next day, maybe you talk to a business partner, a business associate, maybe you're just looking at your to-do list and you make this excuse, you know what, I did not make any of my calls yesterday, I didn't get anything done because I had relatives come over to visit. And the person you're speaking to says, oh, hey, I understand, life happens, things come up, okay, we all get busy, okay. So because they accepted that, they didn't call you out on it, they didn't say, well, did you ever think that maybe you could have told your family that this was not really a good time for them to pop in, that you were busy with your business, and you really had to make that a priority because you have very big goals. You have things that you need to achieve. So because they didn't call you out on it, they accepted it, they blew it off just like you did and went, it's okay, it happens, we all have those days. It makes it easier for you to do it the next time. Okay, and so we can just come up with a million reasons why we can't do something. Okay, you know what? I just don't have the personality for sales. You know what? I really can't do anything on the internet because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the know-how. I don't have the skills. I could never do that. My neighbor tried that and they failed at it, so I know it doesn't work. It would never work for me. Oh gosh, that would never work for somebody like me. Okay, people like me just don't do those kind of things. People like me just don't succeed in that sort of way. Well, you know, a company bonus car, no, I'm not really into cars. I love that one, by the way. I've heard that one a million times. Say, hey, when are we going to get this on your goal list? What are we going to do? Let's map this out so you know exactly how to get in that car. Well, you know, a car really isn't that important to me. Okay, quite frankly, even if a car isn't important to you, and it's not for a lot of people, it's just basically a mode of transportation that gets you from A to B, right? Even if it's not, okay, it is an incentive. And whether or not your company compensates you with money, if you have to buy a car, maybe they give you other options, it's extra money coming in, right? And not only that, it's an accomplishment. It's something that you can show other people that, hey, this is really possible. But you use it as an excuse to not, you know, to not set it as a goal because you don't really care about the car, okay? I remember talking to somebody about goal setting, and I don't know how many conversations I had with this person. Do you have your goals written yet? No, I don't. It's just not me. I know what I want to do. I've got my goals in my head. I know exactly what I want to accomplish, so I don't need to write them down. Well, how many times have we heard, we know anybody that has succeeded in business not only knows their goals, they write their goals down and they revisit them on a consistent basis, okay? Because that is the power of the law of attraction, right? Whatever we feed the mind, feed our subconscious, is what we're going to focus on, and our mind sets the course for our action. Therefore, we begin taking the right steps to attract everything into our lives that we want. Okay, so we can make a zillion excuses. Here's what happens. Okay, justification. Justification is merely, it's the excuses, the reasons why we can't. When we justify it, well, you know what? And I've heard this, and not to get off track, but I've heard this a million times. Somebody doesn't succeed with a particular business, a particular company. And I'll tell you, it is easier to place blame than it is to take personal responsibility for lack of success or for failure, okay? And so how many times have you heard people say, well, you know, the company just wasn't who they said they were. Company didn't provide the support and training that I was expecting. My upline, my leaders didn't provide support for me. The product didn't sell itself like they said it would. You know, it didn't march its way out the door. You know, I guess it just wasn't meant to be, right? So you hear all of these justifications, which basically does this. It frees you from taking responsibility. You have justified your failure because it was everybody else's fault instead of taking responsibility yourself and saying, hey, you know what? I just didn't do what I was supposed to do. I just didn't take the action. I didn't find people that, you know, my product would be suited for. I didn't work with a market. I just didn't do enough, okay? It's easier to place blame, and that's really ties into excuses and justification. And so there is, like I said, a long list. I mean, it's all of the reasons that you can think of. Well, I didn't go to that conference because I hate to fly. Okay, I didn't do this because I just didn't have the money. Well, here's what I am really wanting to get across to you. None of those reasons why are success barriers. None of those lack of skills, capital, cash flow, know-how, personality. None of those are success barriers. They are merely excuses. Because when you eliminate excuses, when you really have a true desire to succeed, and that's what it comes down to, by the way, is desire. When you have a heart for success, when you know that you know that you know that you want to succeed and you are willing to do whatever it takes to get there, there are no barriers, okay? There are no excuses. You find a way to get the cash flow. You find a way to develop your skills. You find a way to become who you want to be. Okay, and so there are no obstacles and challenges that can't be overcome when you change your thinking. You stop making excuses for yourself. You stop coming up with all of the reasons why it couldn't happen for you, and you make a decision. Okay, you make a choice to do what you need to do what it takes to get you from where you are to where you ultimately want to be. Okay. And that's what it comes down to. If you just don't have that desire, if it is not a burning desire that causes you to just get up with just fire inside in the morning and say, you know what, I am going to work because my goals are worth it. My dreams are worth it. I want to provide a life of opportunity for my family. If you don't have that kind of a desire, you need to sit down and you really need to reflect and ask yourself, what do you want out of life? This may not jive with you, but if you can't answer those questions, then maybe business isn't for you. I have to be honest with you there, because it takes time, it takes persistence, it takes effort, it takes a strong desire to be able to get through those challenges. And so if you don't have it, then revisit your goals, reflect on your life, and really ask yourself what you truly, truly, truly want. Because when you want something bad enough, there are no excuses, no reasons in the world that can stop you. Okay? There are a million people out there making excuses every day. And I will tell you, the reason I know that lack of anything is not a barrier is because I have seen plenty of people start with nothing, absolutely nothing. No money, no skills, fumbling when they talk to people, go from 0 to success, to strong 6-figure incomes. Okay? And so this is what I'm here to tell you. Excuses are the #1 barrier. If you right now find yourself making excuses, you need to stop yourself in your tracks and say, you know what? Oh, gosh, this is just an excuse. Okay? I need to do the right thing here. And I need to do the right thing consistently. And you know what? Yes, we all have off days, okay? I mean, hey, that's a part of life. We all have off days. But when you have an off day, pull yourself back up and make that decision to just go at it again. Because if you continue to make excuses, it continues to get easier and easier and easier not to do the things that you know you should be doing. And pretty soon, you're not taking any action at all, okay? If you want to succeed, sit down, write out your goals again, just get that fire moving again, get that fire burning, know exactly what you want, and resolve yourself to do whatever it takes to get there. Develop the skills, find a mentor, okay? Ask, how can I get the cash flow that I need to launch my business? If you don't have money, there are ways to market without an advertising budget, okay? You just need to become a seeker, okay? Ask, seek, knock. Ask, what do I need to do? How can I get around this challenge? How can I overcome this obstacle? Okay? How can I instead of can't? Eliminate that from your vocabulary. Okay, so that is what I wanted to talk about today about excuses and justification. This again is about helping you to eliminate the barriers that are going on in your life. Excuses is a major success barrier. Everything else is merely a symptom of excuses, okay? So make the decision today. You will stop making excuses for yourself, and you will start being proactive and start choosing to do the right thing for your business and for your life. This is Jody Ouellette again. Come back to my blog, access the entire 6-part Success Barriers series, and be looking for the next training video, because I am doing training on each of the barriers that I'm talking about. This is Jody. I am wishing you the absolute best to your success.